Let's go back to our forecast with Brad. We've had a gorgeous day, as you alluded to earlier. Started with some clouds. Didn't look like the sun was going to come out at all today.
It felt really nice, though,
Yeah, it did.
being outside and not being blasted with that sun.
Yes.
I know.
And the humidity.
It's the time of year, but still.
It's still not bad. Yeah, we had 2 days, the first 2 days in the last 16 in a row that we actually were below average. So it was a nice little break, and we got some much needed rain. There are a few dry spots, but it was probably the best soaking rains we've seen in a while. All the clouds have been pushed off to the south. So tonight, very comfortable. Look at the low and mid 60s when you wake up tomorrow morning. Clear skies out there, so somewhat dry by July standards. We're not talking spring and fall here, but certainly feels comfortable. Tomorrow, the heat makes a pretty significant comeback. This is more typical low to mid 90s for this time of year, so definitely getting toasty out there. Been watching these wildfires, which are sparked by lightning up in parts of Canada and northern Minnesota. I mean, there's so many of them now, and they've been spreading in that tinderbox of drought-stricken trees up there. That smoke plume is pretty massive, and it's actually pushing east and southeast, and eventually it's going to move down into the Carolinas over the next couple of days. Look at that smoke plume on our forecast. Thick smoke across the Great Lakes, moving down here. Now, this is mostly a loft, so don't expect to smell smoke or have air quality issues at the ground directly because of the smoke. But what the smoke does when it's aloft, it heats up the layer of the atmosphere above our heads, and that creates an inversion, which traps other pollutants below it, like car exhaust, two-cycle engine exhaust, and that mixes with the sunlight, and we get ozone. You can see the air quality alerts. A lot of that is for wildfire smoke, but that smoke is going to cause ozone issues, and that's why Mecklenburg County tomorrow, air quality alert. I don't think it'll be our last one either. High pressure overhead is pretty stagnant. This creates air quality issues all along as well. It's also what's steering the smoke in our direction. But later this week into the weekend, the heat dome moves to the east, or the west, excuse me, and in the east we see a dip in the jet stream. So probably a more active pattern for showers and storms starting this weekend, but likely lasting into next week. But one thing we know for sure, the influence of that ridge is going to bring us really hot conditions. Temperatures back into the mid, possibly upper 90s to near 100. The hottest day looks to be Friday right now before we see some of those storms try to affect us this weekend. But we'll get back into that typical hazy, hot, humid weather. The haze is with us because of the humidity, but also because of that wildfire smoke. It stays pretty warm over the southeast. You see that dip in the jet stream north. It does cool down parts of the northeast, but I'm encouraged that we're actually going to see the above average rainfall chances remain over us as well. So this is a good sign that we're likely going to get into more of these scattered showers and storms. Certainly won't end the drought, but we're making some headway here, especially with this last pattern. And again, the pattern that's going to develop this weekend into early next week. Say it all the time, the drought doesn't go away in a night. It certainly is not going to go away with one little batch of showers and storms. We need a consistent wet pattern, and we're starting to put some dents in it though. This weekend, lower 90s, scattered showers and storms around. If we can get more of these wet patterns like this, we can make some inroads before we even get to the fall, and maybe eliminate the drought by then. But your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day shows the heat kind of sticking around. A lot of 90s in this forecast, but scattered showers. It does look like a little bit of a cool down late next week, something we'll keep an eye on as we go through the weekend and early parts of next week.
All right. Thank you so much, Brad.